welcome back to my film and TV channel, and I hope you're all staying safe and well. And today we're going over with trepidation to a Bruce Willis film. Yes, there's quite a few of these coming out now. Now he's retired. I did a review on his final one about a month ago, so obviously these don't come out in order that he does them, do they? So there you go. We're going to have a look at Corrective Measures, a science fiction action thriller. This is classed as written, produced and directed by Sean O'Reilly. Stars Bruce Willis, Michael Rooker, Dan Payne, Brennan Messier, Tom Kavanagh, Kat Ruston, Kevin Zegers, Hayley Sales, and Daniel Cudmore. So quite an interesting mix. Based on the graphic novel of the same name. Yeah, I didn't realise that till I watched it, by Grant Chastain. It's also O'Reilly's debut in a live-action feature film. And it appeared on Tubi, T-U-B-I, Tubi, a new one to me, April the 29th, 2022. So just check your streaming sites or wherever you are now. We get a tiny cinema release as well. Internet Movie Database, Joe Public, as at the 27th of July, 2022, 8 a.m. in the morning. Yes, actually probably par for the course with Willis's films. 4.2 out of 10. That's based on 864 scores and reviews. 227 scored it between 6 and 9, so they liked it. 449 all scored it between 2 and 5. I've ignored the 1 out of 10s and the 10 out of 10s, of course. So just a 34% positivity, so even less than the average, which is unusual. Usually it's slightly higher. And what's it about? Well, it's about a psychopathic villain called Payback. Finds himself incarcerated in the world's most secure prison, a facility designed to house supervillains. Yes, so overseen by the corrupt Warden Devlin. Yeah, he's played okay. The critics, what the critics say? Starburst, yeah, Starburst sold Harris. He said it's a weak affair. It isn't worth your time. It will sadly only be remembered as one of the slew of bad films Bruce Willis pumped out at the end of his career. I know it's not a great list to compare it with, but I thought this was in the top half of his slew of films recently that he's released before retiring. Is that a good thing? Well, at least he's in the top half. I'm not going to say what sort of quality we've got in there. Brian Orndorff from Blu-ray.com, he was a bit kinder. He said it's not a flashy endeavour, it's not, or a fully realised one, but in the wasteland of video on demand entertainment, there's an old word, isn't it? Corrective Measures shows signs of life, offering a reasonably compelling watch. So yeah, they're totally chalk and cheese, aren't they, those two? I mean, I do like a good prison film. Was it? Perhaps it was okay. It wasn't. It was just a surprise, really. It wasn't sort of. I thought, if you expect the worst and it's not as bad, then it's got to be good, hasn't it? And that's probably how I look at it with this film. Total Films, Josh Slater. Yeah, I've got just his review here, which obviously I saw a couple of days ago before I watched the film. He only gave it 2 out of 5. He said, the news of Bruce Willis's early retirement due to aphasia diagnosis casts an unavoidable shadow over his remaining DTV releases. Adapted from a graphic novel, Corrective Measures at least gives the action icon a fun gimmick. He plays Julius, the Lobe, a legendary inmate doing time alongside depowered superhumans in a prison run by Michael Rooker's corrupt warden. Think the Suicide Squad meets Cool Hand Luke, directly quoted, minus wit or flair. A bit unkind. Overstuffed with subplots, it's like a whole season of a more fantastical Prison Break crammed into 106 minutes. So that's Total Films, Josh Slater Williams. Yeah, it did cram a lot in, so for me that made it a bit more bearable. It could have been boring with nothing crammed in. A couple of characters are quite invested in, including Bruce Willis's, so yeah, so I just went with the flow, and perhaps Josh should have just gone with the flow. So my little thoughts on the base of that, as you can tell, I'm not a total disaster for me. On the base that I approach each final Bruce Willis film with total trepidation. I thought it was okay, daft in a superpowers prison sort of way, but I've not seen an orange jumpsuit for at least a couple of months, so that was a positive for me. So I do like prison films. I got the graphic novel vibe before I knew it was based on a graphic novel, so that's for me again is another plus. It had that sort of feel to it in a low budget sort of way. And despite a lot of negativity, which there is, some of those scores are poor. I thought it was okay from Bruce Willis, but as I say, it's probably a very low bar now that I'm comparing it to. So I'm going to give it a 5.5 out of 10. Not a total disaster, not a 6. I won't make it a 6 because it certainly wasn't that good. But it's a sort of 5.5 out of 10. Switch your brain off and try and enjoy Bruce in one of his quirkier sort of roles in this. At least he didn't appear to be taking it too seriously, as he has tried to do in some of the other films he's been asked to do. So that's good. So if you don't take it too seriously yourself, likewise, it might be okay for you. And so it's certainly okay for me. 5.5. So let me know what you think, guys. Anyway, we will come to the end of these Bruce Willis films, and one way or another we'll miss him, won't we? So yeah, let me know what you think. Anyway, until we meet again, please stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.